दुनिया बॉक्सर मैरी कॉम को भूल गया है, क्या मैरी कॉम बॉक्सिंग भूल गया है? दैट इज a very punchy dialogue from Mary Kom, and the more important thing now is after watching this promo that कुछ भी हो जाए, हिंदुस्तान की जब हिस्ट्री लिखी जाएगी बेहतरीन एक्ट्रेसेस की, तो प्रियंका चोपड़ा's name will surely be there, and that too सुर्खियों में होगा. Huge pleasure to have you back on Bollywood Hungama once again.
Thank you so much, Faridoon. That's a really big statement.
No, I'm serious about it. I think what you've managed both in terms of physicality as well as a lot of stuff, you know, that अभी तक तो सिर्फ फाइटर है, अगर तुम सिखाएगा तो बॉक्सर भी बन जाएगा. And मेरे हाथ का खा के देखो. You know, there are two meanings to that, right?
She's a really good cook.
Right.
So it was a pun on that because खाना खा के देखो या पंच खा के देखो.
Right.
मुक्का.
Okay, so we've been talking about this journey of yours as far as Mary Kom is concerned. It must have been, I think, a tough journey both physically and mentally as well, because your father passed away during this entire process as well. How important is this movie for you?
This was the last script my dad heard. I started shooting Mary Kom 4 days after he passed away. It was so in all those ways it's been very tough, but I've taken on a biopic. It was my duty to get into the shape to look like Mary as close as I could, to look like a boxer. Right. So I don't think, you know, harping on about you started going to the gym and making your body, you understand how difficult it is, and especially for a girl, I think we are not built to have muscles. So it was that part of the physicality part of it was a very physically exhausting film.
And
even
you can't cheat that.
You can't. You have to get punched. You have to get hit. You have to hit.
Even the all the push-ups and everything that you're doing, it's very apparent that you are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. So it was, but it's like as an actor, I find it so amazing that I can change myself into anybody I want. You know, it's my superpower. I feel being an actor, and so for me that was most fascinating.
Right.
To see the metamorphosis myself.
Right. Don't worry, तुम मेरे साथ safe है. You know, I love that dialogue actually. Honestly, and you're saying it very matter of factly that there is no. Don't worry, तुम मेरे साथ safe है.
But I'm telling you that तुम मेरे साथ safe है.
And I would love to go on a motor bike with you as well.
कि तुम मेरे साथ safe है. इतना अपने आप को बुलंद बनाओ कि you don't have to. You can tell the boys that you're safe with me.
You know, you're saying that statement in the movie, but now I'm saying that this is a formula that you should be following in your forthcoming movies as well. You know better, obviously, but I feel that after this, you're setting a very high benchmark, and there should be much more like performance-oriented roles from Priyanka Chopra, like a Zanjeer and Krish and everything. Fine, but I think Mary Kom is the answer now.
No, of course. I mean, I think I need to do a Krish, a Dawn. I need to. I mean, though Dawn, Jungli Billy and whatever, I had a really great part. I need to do those commercial tentpole films for people, like for producers to be able to get money for me to do this. Right. It's the unfortunate truth of the movie business. For money to be raised for a film like this to be made, I need to be that commercially viable. For me to become that commercially viable, I have to do films which are, you know, those mega spinners. And in those spinners, unfortunately, for girls, you don't have parts as great as the boys yet. Hopefully, I'm trying. I've tried since fashion to do almost. I did fashion with Rashi, Saath Khoon Maaf, Barfi, where it was different, Mary Kom, where, you know, females get, some will work, some won't work, but where females get those parts. I want to be able to do that, but slowly, it is a male country, world.
Right.
Industry. It is that. So slowly, I think we are changing it. The fact that I get to play the parts, that people are making these kind of films, and that there is an audience for these kind of films today, you know, is a testament to the fact that slowly things are changing, and for the better.
You know, you can always tell the producers and the distributors that don't worry, तुम मेरे साथ safe है.
I always say that,
right.
But I mean it also.
Right. There have been examples of like say Vidya Balan for that matter. She's had some really good films, and they have been totally.
And, I think
after another she's managed to.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, one can do it if you want to. I'm saying entirely as an audience.
Absolutely, but
you know better, obviously.
Even with Vidya's films, you'll always see budgets of those films are really tiny. Even with this film, To be able to make the film on a larger scale, we need to be, and I'm including Vidya, me, all the mainstream actors, we need to be commercially viable. You understanding?
Absolutely.
So I'm including her in this. Even in my films, the budgets get really tiny. It's not like the boys' movies where you spend 100 crores on making the film. We don't have that luxury. And slowly, with people like Vidya, with people, actresses doing parts which are, female dominating, and if it's a good payback on the box office, slowly we'll change that. It will be slow.
Absolutely, and I think this movie, it looks like it, because when I saw the promo, you have that goosebumps. Honestly speaking, because see, since the fact that we watch promos on a daily basis, to be honest, after a point of time, it gets boring for us. And we want that thrill. Somehow, if it's something exciting, and when you're saying that I'm an Indian, India mere dil mein, it's mind blowing.
This is actually a real life incident.
Of Mary Kom?
Yes. In fact, I picked up the footage from one of the news channels where the judges didn't make her win, and she had a full blowout freak out in front of the judges. She picked up a chair, she threw it at them. This is an exact copy of what happened. I mean, of course, her Hindi is broken and whatever, but because this is a Hindi film, and she was speaking in English, so we've made it a lot more Hindi, so that a wider audience understands it. We're making it a Hindi film, so a lot of whatever she's done, but that's a real life incident where she actually did that, and she said that India mera dil mein.
Now she's from Manipur, and the entire northeast angle that many a times it's not considered part of India. There's a beautiful, I think, advertisement of KBC recently that has come about, where a girl from Kohima, she's asked by Mr. Bachchan that where exactly it is as such, and there are various countries, and 100% populations like studio audience says it's in India. So she says that jante sab hai lekin mante bahut kam hai, mante kitne. So somewhere does that angle come into the picture as well, that the fact that northeast somewhere they don't get the recognition that they deserve?
Yes, it's an important aspect in the film. I mean, when you see the film, it was important to Mary, hence we put it in the film as well. It's an important scene in the movie.
What about the dialogues? Lots of punchy dialogue, at least from the promo. Kabhi kisi ko itna bhi mat darao ke dar hi khatam ho jaye. There are lots of them.
This is one of my favorite dialogues. She's, as a girl, you get threatened all the time, especially in a male-dominated industry, which is hers, where people say that females, especially when Mary started boxing, it's an interesting piece of trivia. There was no official female boxing in the country. It started in 2000, which was the year she became a boxer. So technically, she has been around since female boxing started in the country. She's been through a lot, and those dialogues sort of lend the dramatism to be able to explain what all she's been through.
दिल ये जिद्दी है, आपका दिल कितना जिद्दी है?
उतना नहीं जितना मेरी का है. As a person, she is a full ziddi. Full. What she wants, she has to get at that time.
Right.
मैं भी वैसे हूँ थोड़ी सी.
Right. Your trainer in the film is, I think his name is Mr. Sunil Thapa, I believe.
Yes.
And he's quite a big star, I believe, down in Northeast as some experience of working with him.
It was
very interesting lines as well.
I call him Coach Sir in the film because he's just the way he looks, his personality. We've fashioned him exactly like Mary's coach, whose name is Ibumcha, and we've made him Ibumcha Singh. So we've made him Coach Singh in the film, and he looks like that, bald man, really stout, and the way he punches. So we've made Thapa Sir be as much like Ibumcha as possible, so that it's a little bit more real.
Right, औरत माँ बन के और स्ट्रॉन्ग बन जाता है, अब तुम्हारा पावर दो गुना हो गया है. That particular moment when you're having those two kids, I think Bombay Times में भी जो image आया है, there is a different sort of this one I haven't seen. So there is a different sort of, I think, a very a unique confluence of power and tenderness in a way as such. Did you feel it yourself as well, that being a mother and then you're going for the Olympics as such, and you actually...
Actually, when you watch the film, when Mary got married and when she was having a baby, she had to take a sabbatical from boxing.
Right.
Everybody told her her career was over. Of course, if a girl has got married and she's had children, and it's an athletic it's a sport which requires, it's a physical sport, and she had a cesarean. So a woman's body changes tremendously after having a child. So everybody told her, and everybody told her career was over, but she won 2 world championships back to back and won the Olympic bronze right after having her children. That is an achievement, and women who've had children will understand that. To be able to go back into training, to be able to start doing it again, to be able to be told ki अरे तुम्हारा तो career over hai. There are so many instances in the film which you will see. She applied for a job in the sports category, and she got a very menial job for a 3-time world champion, saying that now you're a mother of children, this is good enough. So there's so many things that you'll see in the film which to me were really inspiring, and this is a warrior. This is northeastern Manipuri, a shawl, and this to me is a poster which signifies that my children don't stop me. I carry them on my back, and I'll still train, and I'll still fight, and I'll still win.
World premiere at Toronto International Film Festival. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's the opening night. Yes. Yeah, I was very excited that it'll be the opening night, and Toronto has always been extremely welcoming and very loving to me, and TIFF especially. So I'm really looking forward to being there.
What is your game plan as far as promotion is concerned? Because that's something which is very important, creating awareness about the movie.
Well, we're going to do as much as we can. We'll do whatever we can, but eventually I want the film to speak for itself. People have to like the film. You can't, in today's day and age, the audience is very intelligent. You can't shove something down their throat. They'll go to see what they want to see. And we'll of course try and create as much awareness as we can. Mary's training, which is why she couldn't be here, but soon she'll also come. And hopefully people will watch the film for the fact that it's a good film and not because we are shoving it down their throats.
No, absolutely. Appreciation from within your peers that you've been getting. I think that is extraordinary. It does not happen really. Because many a time you can make out that which tweet or the entire thing is just for the heck of it because you have to backslap. But you make out when it is genuine. This one is getting even the poster got a very very good response. Did you feel good?
Yeah. I was in Turkey shooting for Dil Dhadakne Do, and Zoya said, "Isko to wapas bhej do." Her mind is there only because the poster released one day before my birthday, and then the teaser came out, and I was really overwhelmed because I've really worked hard for this film, and it was at a very difficult time in my life as well. So I think tears of joy just came out in the middle of shoot. But I was just relieved that I got such a positive response.
So would you like to dedicate it to your father?
No, I don't want to dedicate it to my dad. I'm dedicated to my dad. This is to the woman who inspired it, my Shiro, Mary Kom.
Fantastic, and belated happy birthday to you, and I think a perfect birthday gift to yourself, this theatrical trailer. किसी भी डिपेंड करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, अपने आप को खुद ही आप बेहतरीन एक गिफ्ट कर सकते हो. Thank you very much and all the best wishes. Looking forward to the movie and how it does wonders, both at the box office as well as critically.
I hope so.
I think box office is important for you for doing more stuff in the future. Thank you, and that's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.